Share your toys with the other children. You can't be so selfish. Have you ever said these words to your child? Well, here's a surprising truth. Forcing children to share doesn't teach generosity. Instead, it actually teaches them that sharing is an unpleasant experience. Today, we're going to flip everything you thought you knew about sharing on its head. Picture this. You're at the park with your little one. They're playing with their favorite toy car, completely absorbed in their own little world. Then another child walks over and asks, "Can I play with your car?" Your child clutches the car tightly and says, "No." The other parent is watching you with an awkward expression. Other parents nearby are glancing over, curious about the scene. So you crouch down and say, "Why don't you let them have a go? You can play with it at home. They really want to play, just for a few minutes." Your child starts to cry. They refuse to let go. Eventually, you pry the toy from their hands and hand it to the other child. Your child cries even harder. And you say, "If you carry on like this, we're going straight home." Now, you wanted to teach your child the virtue of sharing, but what did they actually learn? They learned that their feelings don't matter, that their possessions aren't important, that to please others, they must sacrifice themselves. And here's the kicker. They also learned that if you're strong enough, you can simply take things from weaker people. Before we label a toddler as selfish, we need to understand something crucial. 2- and 3-year-olds develop possessiveness not because of poor character. It's a completely normal stage of brain development. At this age, children are just beginning to form their sense of self. For a young child, me and my things are inseparable. That toy car isn't just an object. It's an extension of who they are. When you snatch it away, it feels to them like someone is ripping away a part of their body. Psychologist Jean Piaget's theory tells us that toddlers understand the world through a self-centered lens. They simply haven't developed the ability to see things from another person's perspective yet. So respecting their belongings is actually respecting their emerging sense of identity. Their understanding of ownership is also very different from ours. Adults know that sharing doesn't mean losing something forever, but in a child's world, time is incredibly fuzzy. Just a minute might as well mean forever. When they hand over their toy, their brain tells them it's gone for good. That fear is very real for them. So even if they can't possibly play with every toy they have, children love to hoard them, just like a little squirrel stuffing acorns into its cheeks. This is actually how they build a sense of security and explore the world. Now, let me ask you to imagine something. You're sitting there, happily using your brand new phone. I walk over, snatch it from your hands, and say, "Let me have a go." You should be more generous. How would you feel? Angry? Disrespected? Of course you would. That's exactly what we do to our children when we force them to share. We use the noble excuse of sharing to confiscate their property. And what do children learn from this? Not generosity, but that the strong can take from the weak. Now let's flip the script. Think of a trusted bank. When you deposit your money, you willingly let the bank invest it. Why? Because you know your money is still yours. You'll get it back, and you might even earn some interest. If a child shares their toy, the interest is happiness and friendship. A bank respects your ownership. It gives you control. It shows you that sharing isn't loss. It's an investment that brings returns. So our job is to transform from a bully into a banker, from forcing obedience to building trust and choice. Author Heather Shumaker, in her brilliant book It's Okay Not to Share, offers a wonderful method. The core idea is this: turn taking, not sharing. Next time another child wants to play with your little one's toy, don't say share. Instead, walk over calmly and stand beside your child. Say to the other child, "I'm sorry, but they're playing with it right now. When they've finished, it'll be your turn." Is that all right? Your child will feel that you're on their side, protecting their rights. Similarly, when your child wants someone else's toy, teach them to ask, "When you've finished, can I have a go?" That phrase, "when you've finished," is the magic key. It reminds everyone present that each person has a right to play, but we must wait our turn. This approach respects the child who's playing, and it teaches the waiting child that you don't need to grab or throw a tantrum to get what you want. Before a playdate, talk to your child. Say, tomorrow, friends are coming over. Let's choose some toys to share. The ones you really want to keep for yourself, we'll put those away. This makes sharing feel like their own choice, not a demand. And when you see your child share willingly, don't just say good girl or good boy. Be specific. Say, you gave your car to your sister just now? That was really kind. Look, now she's sharing her dinosaur with you. Now you've both got two toys to play with together. Help them feel the joy that comes from sharing. Remember this, a generous person doesn't share because they're afraid of being judged. They share because they feel full inside, secure, and content. When we respect our child's ownership, protect their boundaries, and let them decide for themselves, we're telling them, your feelings matter. You are whole. You are worthy of respect. And a child who feels truly respected, they become someone who genuinely wants to share, not out of obligation, but from the heart. That's the real gift of sharing. Will I for ikin that of sharing.